Hi, my name is Judith Lynn Maxwell, and I'm the Director of Developing Resources for the IBC. Stuart and I serve as lay leaders at Converge International Fellowship in Darmstadt, Germany. And today I'd like to share with you some of the exciting things that we have planned for the Developing Resources team in the coming year. As we have in the past, we want to continue to tell the IBC story. We're going to start with those stories that you've already heard this week, and we've also been brainstorming some other ideas. But we'd like to hear from you. What are the stories that are happening in your church, and what can we share around the IBC? We're also looking to tell the story of a day in the life of an IBC pastor. So if you would be interested in being a part of that, please let us know. All of these stories are going to be used through the highlights, through social media, through the website. And we'd like to share that with those in the convention and those who love the IBC outside of the convention. The second thing that we're working on is that we're expanding the IBC Marketing Plan. Last year, we asked you to pray with us for a marketing assistant, and I am super glad to report that we've actually found one. God answered our prayer in a big way. Diane De Silva is not only has experience with marketing with an NGO, but she's a member of an IBC church. She and Kyra Wendell will be contacting you over the coming months to get some information from you. And just so you know who they are, please meet Diana and Kyra. We're particularly looking for how to define our target audience. Who are we trying to reach? What is it they want to know? What is important to them? We'll be asking some of those questions of you in the next few minutes during our Q&A time. So be thinking about those things. Who is it that is in your church, and what is it that they want to know about the IBC? Thank you so much for what you've given to the IBC, both in terms of financial support and terms of volunteering within the convention. We're grateful for all that you and your church are doing. But as we want to do more and more as a convention, we know that it will require more money. And it's hard to ask our churches to give more and more, especially in times like this past year when so many are facing financial problems and difficulties on their own. And so we're looking for ways to explore additional funding options for the convention. One of those ways includes developing a fund development plan. Now you might ask, what is a fund development plan? We're going to look at what it means to actually have one, how we go about fundraising and raising funds for the convention, and how we go about building that plan and implementing it. Another thing that we want to do is to explore grants that might be available for the convention. We've already enrolled in a grant platform that gives us a survey of grants that are available, and we'll be looking at which ones we might be able to apply for and go about winning. A third thing that we want to do in the coming year is to increase our use of Right Now media. Who could have imagined at the beginning of 2020 how much we would use Right Now media? But we know there are many more options and many more ways to use it. One of the things we want to do is to help you make it your own. You can actually put your own sermons on Right Now media, make it available to your people in your churches, and you can also add your own questions to some of the training materials. So we want to help you do that and learn ways to use it even more within your congregations. We also want you to be able to use it more as a pastor and leaders in the churches. And so we'll be working with our CSDs to update some information on the IBC library portion of Right Now Media. So we hope that you'll get on Right Now Media and explore that part of Right Now Media, which you may not have used before. I also am excited to announce a new resource that we have available for the convention. You might have seen this on Right Now Media, but it's called The Story of Redemption. The Story of Redemption team has made the entire portfolio of their resources available to us free of charge, and we're very thankful for that. There are two things about Story of Redemption that I'm very excited about. One is the fact that they have subtitles with all of their videos in a number of different languages, so that those who are in your churches who speak English as a second language can also turn on the subtitles to better understand what is happening. The second part of that is the fact that they have 3 different tracks, one for discipleship, one for evangelism, and one for teaching English, which I know several of our churches do. In the next few days, you'll be receiving an email from me with the details about how to sign up for the Story of Redemption, how you can make that available to your church. And then on the 19th of November, we'll be offering a webinar with the Story of Redemption team to show you how to use it and take advantage of all that it has to offer. How can you get involved with the Developing Resources? How can you help? As I mentioned, we're always looking for story ideas. So if you have somebody in your church who has been impacted by the ministry of your church or by the ministry of the IBC, we'd love to tell that story. We continue to look for recommendations of resources for our recommended resources page. If you've found something that really works well in your church, please share it with others so that they can take advantage of it as well. We also are looking for what are the needs within your churches? How can we provide resources for you? What are the resources you need? If you'll let us know that, we'll begin exploring those, what the possibilities are for those, and share those with you as we discover them. And finally, we're looking for additional team members. A little bit later this morning, I'll share with you a video that we've put together that tells about some of the team members that we're looking for. I hope you'll take a look at that and also share it with your congregations, because who knows who might be sitting in your pew who fills the needs of our team. I'm excited to be serving with you for another year. If there's anything that I can help you with, any questions you might have, please feel free to contact me. My email address is resources@ibcchurches.org.